Hello everyone. Welcome back to our Power BI session. I really hope all of you are doing very good. So before we start with our today's session, let's take a recap what we have done in our last session. So in our last session, we got to know about the applied steps in Power Query Editor. Also, we got the opportunity to know about measures and calculated fields, how we can create measures and calculated fields, what is the difference between measure and calculated fields, and while creating them, also we got the opportunity to have a look over data view. In our today's session, we will be talking about our next view, that is the model view. So here on the left side of my screen, you can see that there are three different views available with us. The screen that is in front of us is our report view that we will be capturing in our next session. This is the data view, the second view that we got to know or have some idea about it in our past sessions. And then this is our model view. This is the view that we are going to talk about in our today's session. Okay, so what is model view and why we are going to talk about it? So I would like to explain you with an example. So I understand that all of us were students at some point. So I would be taking the data examples with the student tables to make it more clear and more easy for you, all of you to understand. Okay, so now suppose I have table A, which is having some records of students like the student roll number, student name, student address, and then I have table number B, in which I am having the student roll number and subject wise marks like Hindi, English, mathematics. It's all integer value and it's storing some marks. Now I want to have a table or a report where I want to have the student roll number, student name, and also I want to have the marks for each subject. But right now the problem is that I am not having the data only in a single table. Right now I am having two different tables. So in order to get what I am required is I need to bring up some relation between these two tables so that I am able to connect to these two tables and get the final output out of it. So here model view is like the relationship view. So I'm assuming that most of you must be aware of the join concept to connect two tables. And there are many ways that we can connect. But right now I will not go deeper into it. I would like to explain you with the help of model view, like how we can connect our data. So please take a deeper look over here. So I am now moving to my model view. So I'll go over here and right now you can see that I am having three different tables with me. Sales 2017 raw. This is the table that we have used in our past sessions also. Product hierarchy and store cities. These are the new tables I have added right now to explain you. I have not shown you how I have added because we have already covered how we can import the data or we can transform the data. If in case you are not aware about it, please don't hesitate to watch the previous videos to stay connected with it. Okay, so here you can see that I am having three different tables. In first table, the sales 2017, I am having some product information, order information, but I am mostly seeing the ID details or date values. But I also want to get some product name. How I can get that? Right. So let's move to the next table, product hierarchy. Here we can see that there are some columns like category, subcategory, length, depth, width, product, product ID, and type. And then there is a third table which is telling me about the city ID, latitude, longitude, state, state abbreviation, city, store ID, store size, store type ID. So I want to generate a report where I get the product ID, product name or the product brand, and also I want to see which state that product is available in. Something like this I want to capture. So first of all, before getting over there on that report, what I need to do is I need to bring up some connection among these all. Because right now, suppose I'm not having any relation and I plan to create any report, what will happen there? Let's check it out by moving to our report view. So I'll click over here, and then from visualization I will take a table. Okay, and now I will add the columns from three different tables. Firstly, I will take column from sales 2017, that is product ID. So I'll click on this checkbox, and you can see the product ID is now coming. Now second thing that I want here is from product hierarchy, I want to have product brand. Okay, and also from third table, that is store cities, I want to have state column. I know that this is having mixed and matched data, state, state abbreviation and city, but right now we will be taking it without making any changes to it. So I'll just click on it. Okay, now in the report section, you can see when I added product ID, it was giving me the data. As soon as I added the product brand from product hierarchy table and also the store cities, it started giving me some error. Okay, can't display the visual. Fix this. See details. Can't determine the relationship between the fields. Can't display the data because Power BI cannot determine the relationship between two or more fields. So the problem that arises here is that we are using three different columns from three different tables, and the tables are not familiar with each other. So how they can accept another column tables, right? So before having this in a report, it's important to get some connectivity among all these three tables. So now let's go back to our model view. So I'll go back to model view, and now I will bring up the connection among three tables. So first of all, from my sales table, I will be joining product ID to product hierarchy, since these both are the common fields and they both have the product IDs into it. So I will use it. And now the connection is established between these two tables. Okay. So now if I go back to my view and if I will remove the store city data, you can see that as soon as I developed the relationship between product hierarchy and sales table, it started giving me some data out of it. Now let's see for store cities. Similarly, we will be connecting the data for store cities too. Now, if I see, I can get some relation between product hierarchy and store city. So I can see that there is no common table, no common field that I can use as a key to join these two tables, because we always need a key to connect with two tables, between two tables. So in case of sales 2017 and product hierarchy, we got that in name of product ID. But in case of product hierarchy and store cities, there is no such key available which is common for both of them. Now let's check if we are having some connectivity between sales 27 and store cities. So in case of sales 2017, I am having store ID field. So let me go a little down. Yes. So here you can see that I have store ID with me. Whereas in case of store cities, we are also having store ID. And store ID is always unique. So definitely we can use this ID to connect with our store cities. And now you can see that the relationship is generated. Okay. So now again let's go back and see by adding the state column. So now you can see as soon as we develop the relationship between these three tables by connecting them to each other with the help of key, we are able to get the data. So this is the importance of model view. Second thing is, let's go ahead and see what kind of relation is being generated. And what if we want to make some changes into the relationship among the tables that is now available? Okay, so let's go ahead with the first connection first. So here I will be clicking over here, and on right in properties you can see that it is showing me relationship, that table number 1 is sales 2017 raw. The column that is used to join or to bring up the relationship is product ID, and the cardinally relationship is many to one. It means that my first table may have multiple records for the same ID, and my second table will be having only one record for it. Okay, and in my case the second table is product hierarchy, and the column used to join is product ID. Okay, make this relationship active, yes. And then cross filter direction, if in case I want to make any changes to the cross filter direction, definitely we can do that, but right now we are not going to make any changes to it. Even if you can see, go ahead and check, cardinality shows many other options too, like many to one, one to many, many to one, and each of them is having different significances, right? So right now we will be not disturbing anything out of it. It's just for the purpose to understand the relationship that is established or how the model view works. So here we were able to get some data, some records out of it. Currently, we won't be making any changes to it, but yes, while we start working on the visualization side, if we want to make any changes to the data, we can definitely come back to the model view and make the changes as per our requirement. So with this, I hope you are now able to understand what is model view and what is the benefit of having model view. If in case you have any question or query related to model view, please don't hesitate to ask. And in our upcoming session, we will be talking about report view and the different type of visualizations that are available in report view. For now, thank you and have a nice day to all of you.